Does it happen to you whenever you make a commitment to yourself, you find yourself can't stay at it and then you end up hating yourself? If this is you, then today's video is for you, as I'll be sharing 3 tips that will help you boost your mental strength and eventually it will help you stay at your commitments. So stay tuned. Hey, welcome back. So, we were talking about how to boost your mental strength. Well, many people think that being mentally strong is something that you're born with or not. And if you're wired emotionally more than anything else, then it's not your thing. But let me tell you, it's not true. Because being mentally strong is something that you choose to become by practicing, by training yourself on daily basis. I mean, there is no pill or something that you can take and you'll be like good to go once and for all. It's a continuous and ongoing process as we also keep on evolving as humans, right? It's like a muscle that you have to build, you have to develop by training yourself so that you will have the strength to overcome the challenges of life. And if you're thinking how exactly, then let's not waste any time further and dig in the real stuff. So, we'll be talking about 3 things that you can follow and start training your brain right from this moment. So, number 1 is to face your fears. I know it's much easier to say it than actually doing it because it takes a lot of courage. And believe me or not, it was not my cup of tea some years back. I was too afraid of facing my problems, and I mostly used to avoid them and escape from it all the time. But it wasn't helping me anyway because running away is not a solution to any of your problems, right? And it works for all of us. And when I started studying self help, I just came to understand that your problems and your fears, they never leave you. They keep on chasing you over and over and over again until you face them. And who knows, it comes to you as like more bigger problem. Now, what to do? So to face your fear, what you need is to develop a right kind of mindset. Because when you have the right mindset, you're more prone to look at the things more open-mindedly and you become more solution focused. You start to look at your failures as like the new opportunities to grow in life because that is exactly why you fear something. I mean, you accept it or not, you're scared of something because you're afraid of the failures that might come your way. And that is why it becomes very, very important to develop a right kind of mindset so that you can choose wisely in difficult times. And when you practice it daily, again and again, that's how your mental toughness enhances. And if you want to know more about how to develop the right mindset, then you can watch this video up right here. I have shared the tips and the strategies that will surely help you develop the mindset that you need. Number 2 is to stay on your commitments. Everyone makes commitments, you, I, everyone. But why sometimes it becomes really hard to stay on them? And especially when you are starting out on something. Whether it's about making a commitment to start a second income source, but you overthink it every time. Whether it's about making a commitment to go for a walk early in the morning, but not being able to get out of a bed when the alarm hits. Or whether it's about starting to have a nutritious diet and cutting on your junk food, but you can't resist yourself having them. Happens, right? But do you know, whenever you say, let's do it next time, or I'm gonna start it from tomorrow, or Monday, or one day, whatever, knowingly or unknowingly, you are affecting your mental strength. As you keep on ditching yourself, I mean, think it this way, you have given a command to yourself, to your brain, and instead of standing onto your words, what you're doing is just ditching yourself. This sends a wrong signal to your brain that you are a kind of person that you cannot rely on. And when it keeps on happening again and again, regardless of what command or commitment do you make, your brain gives you a pop-up message every time you make a commitment that leave it, you aren't going to do it. And this is the reason why you cannot resist your temptations. And because it's happening so many times, it becomes like a habit to you, to your brain, and it works like an autopilot mode now. You don't do it deliberately, but it still happens. Now, what's the solution? So to cut this, what you have to do is to set boundaries for yourself. Simply decide what you can do and what you cannot do. You can start with the small ones first. For example, if you're trying to cut on junk foods, then you may set a boundary for yourself that you're not going to have any junk food on Wednesdays at least. And on the rest of the days, you'll try to avoid it, but you won't hate yourself if you won't resist yourself. It's simple, right? When you'll start to win on these small commitments, you will notice how your self confidence improves and you'll start to rely on yourself again. Number three is to be flexible. Flexibility is another factor that you need to understand if you really want to boost your mental strength. We all know that life is so unpredictable. Who knows what is going to happen the very next moment? Sometimes you're waiting for a good news to come, but things turn around the other way and it changes everything. And you can't really do anything in such situation but to deal with it, right? And this is a time when you need to be flexible, you need to be adaptive to keep your life moving, right? But what needs to be done? Well, there are several ways that you can practice to become resilient, like being more open to new exposures, try to look at the things with different perspective, try to understand it, be open to new learnings, because that's how you'll be able to find the solutions to the problems and not to be fixated on one thing only. Also, being positive in such situations, it really helps you a lot. It helps you stay calm and let you think properly. Now, these are the things that you need to practice daily because they are like skills and more like habits that you need to develop to get the desired results. And eventually, it will help you boost your mental strength. And there are a lot more things along with these things that you can practice, and we'll talk about it some other day. So, that is it for this video, and I'm gonna see you inside the next one. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, share it, and tell people about it. Till then, take a very good care of yourself and never forget that you own yourself.